Hello, everyone. How are you? I am moving my screen so that way it doesn't look like I'm looking over this way. How's everybody doing? I see I've got 2 people already, like, I had people waiting already when I came in, so that was cool. Hey, Lori! How are you? Big hugs and love to you as well. Oh. Oh, have you ever had like a 2-week period that just feels like everything is kind of bumpy? Like, this is where I am with my life. The last 2 weeks, it just feels like I'll plan something and then my plans just go to crap at back. Who else is having that kind of week? Just me? Probably because, like, isn't Mercury in what retrograde? Is Winston's mom here? Winston's mom will know if Mercury is in which retrograde. I cannot speak today. Hey, Erin, how are you? So Lori, you've been feeling the same thing. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, the last 2 weeks, just a weird energy. Like, I don't feel prepared is what I'm feeling. Like, I don't feel prepared, even though there's nothing for me to not feel prepared. Thank you, Erin. I just made these. Like, I got some, show you. I made some different colored ones today. Okay, so here's my yellow one. I wore the green because they match my hair. But these will be going up on my shop soon. So I've got a yellow one. And then I have one that's like a pink and purple that I made. Get those. Those are super cute. I like those a lot. And then I have one that is sunset colors. So, and yeah. So I made those. I was so proud of them. Yeah, I was kind of, I don't know. I've spent the last 2 days trying to detox for some reason. Like, I just feel like I need to kind of throw some negativity away. So I've been making stuff because that's what I do. Yeah. We make stuff. Well, I missed tarot last night. Parents of adult children are still parents, and sometimes you've got to do things for your kids. And we had planned on, we had to go pick up my daughter. And Tampa, because we live near there. It's what it is. It's just didn't get home until 10 o'clock last night. So I was like, well, I guess for Witchy Wednesday, we'll pull a tarot card and we'll talk about witch stuff. We'll just make it a 2-for-1. So, hey, Allie, I haven't heard from you in so long. It's so good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, so what are we doing today? First off, let me, because I want to make this very, very clear this month, right? Every time we go live, am lighting my rainbow candle. Because happy Pride, right? I want to make sure everybody knows to love. It doesn't matter what kind of love, just love, right? Love is love. So we're lighting our rainbow candle. We've lit that. I know, yay, Pride. Hey, Sarah Beth. Oh my gosh, you're finally back too. Look at this. The group's back together, y'all. Yes, Lori, love is good. I don't understand people that hate. I just really don't understand all that. But what do I do about it as a witch? What I do about it is I get loud. I get loud when somebody says something that I consider intolerant. And I don't get loud in a way that's like self-righteous loud. It's just like, hey, did they hurt you? Did that take away any of your property? Did it stab you? Like, did it hurt you? And that's just my thing as a witch, is like, I gotta be loud. Oh my gosh, Sarah Beth, we were just talking about that. Man, it has been like 2 weeks. For me, it's been the last 2 weeks. And the last 2 weeks have just been hell, right? Excuse my language, but geez. God. I swear, I know Mercury is in retrograde. And I really hate it. I really hate it. I've been doing a lot of things. I get questions on when this is happening, what do you do to kind of combat all of this? It's very hard. It's very hard. And you can hear me say, like, it's just been a hell of a 2 weeks for me. I do a lot of grounding, guys. Oh my God, Sarah Beth. Oh my God. I reached down on my leg. I'm like, oh, how in the Hello Kitty did that happen? Did your kids skateboard or something? Oh my God. Ah! Just like, oh. I've had several broken bones, so I know that that's like, oh, it's painful. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Nothing crazy happened to me. It's just been feeling down for seemingly no reason. Right? It's just some stink in the air. I don't know. It's just, I woke up, was it yesterday? It was yesterday or the day before. I woke up, I was just mad. And I looked at my husband and I was like, I am not angry with you. I am not angry with you. I'm not angry with anything in particularly. But I'm in a very foul mood. So my husband does what he does best, and he's like, let's go to the art store. I'm like, okay, that made me better. Let me go to the art store. So Allie, you're not alone, and I've heard it from a lot of people. It's just been a weird vibe, weird energy. Hold on, I need to get the... Oh no, I'm messing up everything, guys. I've got too much crap in my room right now. Give me one moment. There we go. My desk is like right in front of us, obviously, because I got my computer on it. And the AC is right underneath my desk, like the AC vent. So I keep it covered up because I get so cold. But then when I turn on these lights, I forget that I got it covered up. And so then it starts getting really warm in this room. Like, okay. So, the long story. Oh, four-wheeler, yep. Oh no. Oh no. Well, hopefully he heals fast. If he's 7, they're a little springy at that age, right? No, Allie! Scotty is 7. Oh my God. It seems like yesterday I had that baby in my arms in my classroom. Oh my gosh. Hey, Chad, how are you? How are you doing? So, what are we doing tonight? Well, I am going to pull some cards. I wanted to show you a gift that I got. My daughter's girlfriend gave me a late Mother's Day gift, and I'm so excited. These little palm reading cards. She got me those, and on each one of them, it has the different types of lines and what they mean. Like this one is the Mount of Luna, and it shows you where it is, and it says this mount should be firm to the touch and denotes a strong and creative imagination. If this is the dominant mount, you are a daydreamer. A high mount shows a strong interest in travel. I have wanted to learn how to read palms for so long, and so these cards will actually help me do that. Maybe in the near future, a Witchy Wednesday will include some palm reading. I don't know. I'm kind of excited by these. So, I'm reading the don't know what's wrong with. Oh no. Lori, oh no. Zarabeth, pins. Okay, you said pins in the leg, and I'm just like, oh no. Oh. Well, Lori, that's I would be bummed too. I would be really bummed. You guys have been together for a long time, haven't you? I remember you just recently celebrated an anniversary, right? Chad, I am doing okay. Doing okay. Like we were saying earlier, it's been in the last 2 weeks. It's just been off for everybody, it feels like. 33 years, Lori. In today's day and age, that is a great celebration, you know? A great celebration. So, I'm so sorry, Lori. I am so sorry. But you know what? You, I am sure, have a very strong love for him. And love does a lot of things when we believe in it. Okay? Love does a lot of things when we believe in it. Yep. Through sickness and health, Allie, that is cool, right? Yeah. The other thing that I wanted to show you is I've been asking for a pocket tarot. And my daughter's girlfriend bought me a little pocket tarot deck. It is a tiny, tiny little deck. Let's see if I can get it to come out. There we go. So I have a little tiny pocket deck. It's the size of the palm of my hand, you know? Visit from Ymir, yes. So yeah, these are so tiny. Like these are tiny, tiny, tiny little cards, and I can't wait to I gotta charge them. I just got them today. I gotta charge them. They're super cute. The artwork on them is by Hanson Roberts. Mary Hanson Roberts. And so they're really pretty. It's really cute. It's really cute. But yeah, I was asking for a pocket tarot because I'd like to have something to be able to throw in my purse. In case I know this sounds so dumb, in case I need to do a reading on the fly. So that's why I asked for a pocket deck. And they got me a little pocket deck, and it's got a little book that comes with it. So yeah, that was a nice thing for the week, right? I am grateful for the gifts that people give to me because that means that I have made them feel loved enough that they want to share something cool with me. So I am glad they feel loved. Thought that was cool. Oh, Cindy, yes, we do have the whole crowd back. The only one we're missing is Chris and Amber right now. But it's okay. It's all right. By the way, hopefully Chris will be back soon. Just saying. Hopefully Chris will be back soon. All right. Tonight, let's look at what is the moon for tonight. I want us to always, like when we start doing these Witchy Wednesdays, I want us to address the moon phases so that way we can learn and know what we can do with this phase. The other thing I want to do is shadow work. This is coming back around a lot in my own circles that I follow. I'm hearing this a lot. And when I start hearing things a lot, and a lot of times by chance, that means for me that my guides are trying to get me a message. My guides are wanting me to share something. So right now I am feeling like my guides want me to share shadow work with you. It is so important right now for us to reclaim all of our energy. And that's what shadow work does. It helps us reclaim the energy that's maybe in the shadows. Okay. So that's what the plan is for tonight. So first, go to the moon. My magical almanac, right? Okay. So let's look at the moon. Today is June 7th, right? Nope, June 9th. I am 2 days. I lost a whole day, y'all? Lost a whole day. Whole 2 days. What's going on with my life? June 9th. All right. Today is a waning moon, and it is in the 4th quarter. The moon sign is in Gemini. All right. And the color is white. So we got a little bit of white on. So let's look at the waning moon, and it is in the 4th quarter. So I'm going to waning moon. So on a waning moon, we should relax, slow down, open your mind and heart, and boost your intuition, making you receptive to nature's messages and signals. This is a time of forgiveness and letting go. Relaxing, healing, essential oils are also helpful. The essential oils that are helpful for this time are sage, geranium, lavender, Roman chamomile, rose, and ylang ylang. All right, so right now, waning moon, we need to kind of relax. We need to take a breath and reevaluate things, right? So if we are looking at the waning 4th quarter in specific, this is a time of reflection, challenges your senses other than sight. In the darkened sky, the moon's energy stimulates them. Listen to the music. Indulge in a special meal, meditate, get a massage. Take action to renew your energies as the moon enters a new cycle. Take time to be still and listen. Listen to your heart and prepare for a new beginning. So for me, in a waning moon, what I really, and especially like for tonight, I am not going to pull any moon water from tonight. Have I pulled waning moon water? Yes. Yes, I did that, I believe, in the 1st quarter of the waning moon. The 4th quarter, though, that's not a time to pull water. Right now, it's a time for you to reevaluate everything that you have been able to complete, things that you still haven't completed. Tonight is a really good night to bullet journal. You know, here's the things that I have done. Here's the things that I still need to do. Along that same lines, though, and we started off talking about it at the beginning of this live, we've all feeling this negative pull, right? We're all feeling it. We're all feeling off. There's things that are happening to us. Zarabeth, your kid, you know, he breaks his leg, right? So like there's so much negative energy right now. So the waning moon is a really good time, though, to go, okay, all these things are happening. What is the positive thing out of these bad things, right? So yesterday, like I said, my time went out the window and I didn't get back home in time to do our live. And I was really bummed about that. I was really upset about it too, because I didn't want you guys to think I just left you, right? But then I thought about all the things that happened that night, you know, that happened last night that were good. I got to eat a really good meal because I knew that we were going to be late anyway. So we were able to stop and eat, right? And I relaxed. I was able to go into a restaurant without having a panic attack. That was supposed to happen. I'm supposed to be able to go into those places, right? And be able to start working on this. So during tonight's exercises and meditation, it's a good time to really look at what is going on and how does it serve me? Even the negative things in your life have a purpose. They have a purpose. There's something that it serves you from, okay? If we start looking at all those negative things, and I do it, I am horrible. I will look at the negative and I will not always see the positives in it. And I have to remind myself, because when I start doing that, then my outlook isn't, oh, this has been a crappy last 2 weeks, right? Now, some things are really crappy. I'm not going to say that. All right. Zarabeth, Lori, what you guys are going through, that's really crappy. All right. You guys deserve every bit of anger and upset and sadness towards all that, right? But I'm sure if you looked at something in there, there's something that, as ugly as it is, it will serve you, right? There's something that you're to learn. There's something you're to get. Even through negative situations, there are things that we learn and get from them. So it's hard. It's not easy. And we got Winston's mom here. What? Winston's mom. I start rambling on and Winston's mom comes in here. Hey, Winston's mom, how are you? Let's see. I'm reading through all this stuff real quick. Hold on. I'm like, essential oils are wonderful. Yes, but be careful. Yes, be careful around your animals and essential oils. Like, for instance, I found out that gardenia, I would put gardenia in an essential oil and I sent it out to somebody and they didn't realize, but their dog was actually allergic to gardenia. And so by spraying it in the room, the dog did not like it. Dog did not do well. And cats are really, really sensitive to essential oils. They're really sensitive to scented candles too. Do your research on your essential oils, especially if you've got animals. All right. Thank you, Winston's mom, for bringing that up. I absolutely love that. That's right. I get to spend more time. Yes. There you go, Sarah Beth. Yeah, there's always... I hate saying it because I hate toxic positivity, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to be toxically positive. That doesn't do anybody any good, right? Saying, if you just look on the bright side, yes, but crap is still crap, right? I just want to change my outlook on things because sometimes crap is crap. And if I let myself just dwell on it, then I'm going to feel crappy, right? So for my own mental health, I have to go, this is a negative situation, but this is what I get from it. And it's just to help me. It's just to help me stay balanced, right? So Mercury and Gemini, full force. Yep. And the moon is in Gemini tonight, by the way. Winston's mom. What does that mean? I'm running behind. The rhetorical triangle. Oh my God. I teach the rhetorical triangle. That's how you do literary analysis, is you look at rhetoric. Oh, goodness. All right. So this whole thing about the negative situations and everything, again, it kind of brings us back to that shadow work, right? The ooey spooky stuff that we don't always like to talk about, because when you say shadow work, most people that aren't witches, they're like, that's the baneful magic. No, that's a totally different thing. Baneful magic does exist, but it's not shadow work. Okay. Shadow work, like I was telling my mom, because my mom asked, shadow work is witch therapy in a way. Okay. Hold on. Winston's mom telling me what Gemini moon means. You will think more about your feelings. Oh my gosh. Yes. And a little bit spacey and hyper. That makes sense. Every superpower has its kryptonite. Yeah. So shadow work is a witch therapy. The way I explain it, and by the way, I'm going to be featured on a podcast soon. I have been asked to do a podcast on shadow work, and another witch that actually is a former student of mine. She does a podcast and they're going to talk about shadow work. So she invited me on to kind of talk about this in a little bit more in depth. But what I told my mom is that as a witch, we use energy that we have in ourselves, and then we borrow energies, right? From crystals and rocks and different things. We borrow these energies so that way we can manifest our intentions, right? We manipulate energy in order to create the world in which we want to live in. Our energy is the most important thing here. Our energy is the most important thing. And unfortunately, if we are not completely honest with ourselves and completely healed, if we are broken like many of us are, we are using a lot of energy to mask those broken parts. We're using energy to not feel those broken parts. If we heal those broken parts, can you imagine the power that you have? Can you imagine the force that would go into your manifestations, right? So shadow work is asking uncomfortable questions that help you heal your broken parts. Yes, therapy is included in shadow work. Yes, if you wanted to go see a therapist, that's shadow work. Okay. Talking to your ancestors and finding out what maybe they've done and the cycles that your family has had, finding out those and where it comes from and healing that's shadow work, right? I am recently, like I said, really started getting into shadow work. Witchy tip, by the way, if you go to like Blix or Michael's, even Joann's sometimes, but Blix definitely. It's an art store. They have these little sketchbooks, right? These blank little sketchbooks. Books A Million and Barnes and Noble will charge you $14 for one this size. You can catch these on sale, and I got this one for $3.97. I bought this one. This is a bigger one. I bought this one for $5.95. Okay. So this is what I use for shadow work, though. Journaling. Journaling is shadow work. Okay. Let's see. Mrs. M. Dick Van Dyke would sing Me and My Shadow. Yes. I don't know if it's copyrighted, but it's a wonderful song to use to set the musical mood. It is. Me and my shadow. Shadow work, Mrs. M. Plato's Cave, the shadows. Yes. We also project our shadows onto people. Yes, we do. And that's also the problem, is that when we project our shadows onto people, we're manipulating our space around us to only see the shadows, right? For me, what it feels like is I will always be afraid of the dark until I know what's in it, right? I will always be afraid of the dark until I know what's in it. And sometimes you're supposed to have shadows. Matter of fact, everybody has shadows, right? Look at yourself outside. You've got a shadow. Everything has a shadow. Everything has a dark side. And I was saying on TikTok the other day about the two wolves. Many different cultures have a version of this story. I'm going to share the story that was told to me. The story it goes is that this grandfather and boy are walking along, and the boy says to the grandfather, I feel like there are two wolves fighting inside of me. There's a good one and there's a bad one. And I don't know which one will win. And the grandpa looks at him and goes, whichever one you feed. Right? And it's a story, an analogy for us to know that we need to feed the goodness in ourselves. But I was thinking about that story, and I was thinking of the duality of that story. The fact that we have two wolves. The fact that there are negative sides to us. We need those. There are times that we need to feed the bad wolf. We're not supposed to get rid of it. So how do we figure it out, and how do we see it for what it really is, right? And we're not scared of it. So how do we feed both wolves and raise them so that way we call upon them when needed? We do shadow work. Writing then was substituted for myself. If you don't love me, love my writing, and love me for my writing. It is also much more away. Aw. Yeah, Sylvia Plath. That's it. Reordering the chaos of experience. Chad, I personally want to learn how to cast runes. I have runes, and I have tried my best. There is a TikTok creator that I follow by the name of Baba Ragana. I think I say the last name like Ragana. I think it's Baba Ragana. Anyways, I follow her, and she does a lot of rune work. So I've been watching how she does things. I am nowhere near as talented and as gifted with runes as she is. But if you're on TikTok, definitely go check out Baba Ragana. All right, she's with runes. I just threw a rune in my drink, y'all. It's floating on the top of my drink here. I did not realize resin floated. Good thing my runes are clean, right? Pull the rune and read it. All right. Let's see. I've gotten... again, let's see if we can figure out which one it is. All right. Rune meaning. By the way, this is the rune that came out. Runes in a cup, right? These are my feelings. So let's see. Let's look. Rune meanings and how to use rune stones. This is one that I've come across a couple of different times. So let's see what this one means. I have had one fall into my drink. And it looks like an R. Journey. So I'm going to go on an emotional journey because it fell into my cup. It is radio is indicative of a journey and represents a wheel. This could be both physical travel, as in holiday or a house move, or a spiritual voyage in the expansion. I find that, see, I got this jumping into my cup, right as we started talking about shadow work. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Right here. Yep. I'm loving this. All right. So here is a prompt that I want you to use. All right. For your shadow work. All right. I want you to fill in the blanks. Why do I feel like blank? Why do I feel like blank? That's it. It's very simple. Why do I feel like blank? For me, there's a little bit more to that because I wanted, there are things that I feel, and I really want to get down to one specific thing that I feel. My thing is, why do I feel like I don't deserve to take up space? Why do I feel like I don't deserve to take up space? What do you feel like? What is the thing that bothers you that you feel? Right? That's your shadow work prompt for tonight. What is the thing you feel that you don't like? For me, I don't like feeling like I am worthless. I don't like feeling like I don't deserve to be in a room, but I do. I feel that often, you know? So I've had to start asking myself, where did that come from? Why do I feel that way? And there are questions that I've had to ask myself that are very uncomfortable. First off, let me make sure you guys understand. I love my mother. What I'm about to say will be very weird when I say it, but I absolutely love my mom. She was a good mom, okay? But I remember being 9 years old and learning what abortion was. And I looked at my mother and I asked my mother, did you ever want to abort me? Why would a 9-year-old ask that? And that's part of my questioning here. Like I have a whole little right. That was one of my questions. Is why would a 9-year-old ask that? That's an uncomfortable question. Both to have asked and to be a 9-year-old asking that question, right? And I don't have the answer for that. I don't have the answer for why I feel that way. Why did I ask that question at 9? There's nothing that I can think of that should have made me ask that question, besides the fact that I was just a curious kid, right? So things like that, when you are answering your shadows, you are legitimately pulling back and asking yourself questions that don't have good answers, or answers that are uncomfortable. One of the things I wrote down on my little shadow book is don't give excuses. And that's hard. Like I said, I love my mom, right? I love my mom. And that question of why I thought that at 9, I gave all kinds of excuses. I'm a curious child. What if it wasn't? What if it was something that my mother did intentionally say to me that made me feel unwanted, right? I need to heal that inner child. I need to tell that inner child it's okay. Now, do I really think that it was my mom? No, I don't. I have other suspicions of what I think happened and reasons why I feel like I don't take up space. But it's an uncomfortable space to be in, to sit in those shadows with a little tiny flashlight, because that's what this is right now. You've got a little tiny flashlight and you're like shining in the corner going, okay, I see that and I don't want to, right? That's what shadow work is. I am on a journey. Yes, Winston. Oh, my very own hero's journey. I think we're all on a hero's journey, don't you think? And earlier you had the messenger card, so the message could be read that you are on a journey and the moon approves. Yes, thank you. In psychology, there is something called the imposter syndrome. Yes, I absolutely have the imposter syndrome. I will tell you that. See what is going on in your mother's. Sim, you should look to your 4th house to see what is going on with your mother's planetary aspects. Oh, that's a good idea. Love the not a plastic cup saying, I know, right? I got to get up off my rear end and actually just make those into shirts. As a child, I felt myself be alone, and I am still, because I know things and must hint at things which others apparently know nothing of, and for the most part do not want to know. Carl Jung, yeah. I feel that to a core. There has always been a very different perspective for me, right? Very different perspective. Shadow work. Shadow work requires, though, that you are on a journey to authenticity. You must be real with who you are and what you want in order to uncover those shadows. Do not rid your shadows. Do not shine a light and keep the light there. You need both. You need light and shadows. Do not forget that, right? There are times where someone's going to do you wrong, and you're going to have to pull the shadows. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? If anybody tells you there's something wrong with being angry, there is nothing wrong with being angry. Is there something wrong with being angry all the time? Yes. But there's nothing wrong with being angry. Red bubble! Oh, I need to do it. Did you guys see the thumbnail for the live? I actually have, and Cindy is on here, I believe, if she's still on here. Cindy actually drew the logo for my channel. Talking with Mrs. M now has her own little logo. I love it. It's the little witch's hat with my glasses and green hair. It's so cute. Oh, okay. So, Stranger in a Strange Land. Oh, yes. Spock Scotty. With darkness, there is no light. Yeah. Well, here's my thing when I talk about sadness and darkness and anger and everything like that. Without those aspects, you're right. It's not that there isn't light, it's that you don't see it, right? If all we have is goodness in our life, we will know nothing about how good we have it, right? We have to have some of those bad things happen so that way we can go, I appreciate that much more. Is that fair as a human? Probably not that we do that, but it is what it is, right? Like this is life. And in life, there are bad things. And when bad things happen, you're like, man, glad. Like when you get a bad meal, you're like, man, this is awful. I can't wait to go home and make myself a grilled cheese because you know your grilled cheese is good. Right? Hey, Stephen, how are you? Marie. Genesis, I was just talking about you. I was just telling you, everybody, that you have a podcast, and I will be on that one soon. The part of you that gives you your strength in times of need. Yes, that's Genesis. That's it. It is that we need the shadows, right? Think of an artist. Think of an artist. You cannot make a painting or a picture without having shadows and highlights. Well, you can. It's just not going to look that great. And our lives are beautiful. Our lives are beautiful. The universe is one of the most spectacular artists that I have ever known. They're going to use shadows and highlights in our life, right? So, yes. Stephen, you're like, let anybody telling you you have to work on shadow work right now. You need to be ready to face these things. Yeah, I'm glad that you're here too. Oh, as far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is the kindle of light, of meaning in the darkness of mere being. Yes, Carl Jung. He was a powerhouse, right, Winston's mom? Stephen, podcasts fascinate me. I would love to do one, or radio would be cool. Stephen, you know what I actually did with my students, and it's one of my favorite things, is we create podcasts in the classroom. A lot of the things that kids are afraid of with essays, they're okay when they speak them. And so what we do is we create podcast scripts, and we will talk. I'll put them in a group, and they'll talk to each other in a group about whatever we're reading. And I think for most of my students, when they figure out how easy it is to do a podcast, they're really into it. Now there are things you can do to make your podcast sound better, but as far as like the basics of it, they absolutely love learning about podcasts. We need the shadows, but Mrs. M also needs the likes. Yes, please make sure you like that up for me, all right? And follow and subscribe if you have not. Please do not sit in the shadows. Hit the like. Winston's mom, you crack me up. Stephen, oh my gosh, I could too. And that's why I love doing this. I need to do more TikTok lives though. When I am working, there's no way that I have the time or the energy. Now that I'm out for the summer, I'll probably do some more TikTok lives. I think for TikTok live though, I'm probably going to do a lot of my crafting live. So that way you guys can see the way I work. Right. The podcast thing at school is what got me interested, and that's why I started it. Yay! I'm so excited. Yeah. Genesis, though, you would have found an outlet for your voice without me. So I cannot take any credit for you having learned podcast or anything like that. That's you. You would have found an outlet for your voice. You are a very creative person. Right, Stephen? I think the most I've had in I've only done 2 lives. I think the most I've had is 20 people in one of mine. Yeah. That's my whole thing, Genesis. All I do is if you guys see the business card that I have printed out, that I'm getting printed out, on the business card, it says, just a witch, making treasures, reading cards, and inspiring people. And that's what that last part, inspiring people. That's why I teach. All I want people to know, so you're amazing. You can do whatever you want. Like, you have ideas that nobody else in this world has. Yes, everybody has different ideas, and that's what's so cool about life. But we're told all our lives to think in this one little box because that's what society gives us. But we don't need to stick into the box, right? Because if you explore all your talents and you explore what makes you you, oh my gosh, the things that you could accomplish. And I teach high school. I'm going to try not to cry with this one. I teach high school because that's the last chance a teacher has to tell a kid you're worth more than anybody ever told you you were. So that's why I teach high school. I want my kids leaving my classroom knowing that they are badass. They are cool. And I hope I made you feel that way, Genesis. I hope I made you feel like you could accomplish anything that you wanted to do. So that's what I want. That's why I teach. Straight talk from the Shire. This is it. I can imagine you in your magical circle at the school happily and barely podcasting along. It's funny. I have one of the few rooms that constantly has kids in it. Even during lunchtime, kids come to my classroom. I don't know. It's just funny. I stopped going to school in like the 7th grade because I was kicked out. Yeah. I unfortunately have watched your story, and not unfortunately, but like I've heard your story and it's unfortunate. That's what I'm trying to say. And what happens is there's so many kids that happens to, Stephen, and it's gross. Musicals. You would have probably gotten along with our drama director at the school. You and Zarabeth, you did not get expelled. No way. There's no way. Aaron, you got to have me in school. I wish we had teachers like you when I was in high school. I would never have skipped class. Well, I appreciate the compliment. I do have kids skip my class, though. Oh, truly accurate. You and Mr. B truly changed my life. Ember, how are you, my baby? Yeah, Mr. B is amazing. And I'm... Y'all, do yourselves a favor. And Steven, if you like plays, do yourself a favor and look up Greg Burdick. 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 Okay? He is an amazing playwright. And a very gifted director and teacher. And I am thrilled that I get to call him friend. I am even more thrilled that sometimes I get to read for him. I'm like, he'll say, can you read through so I can, edit this? I'm like, yes, let me read. So yes, he's an amazing person. Oh, the saddest part of your story is that you have seen is not uncommon. Yeah. No, Stephen, it's not uncommon. And that's, I don't know, Stephen, if you've noticed that I follow somebody by the name of Paul Lanner. He is with Haunters Against Hate. I'm a haunter. I am a person that designs Halloween attractions, right? And I act in Halloween attractions. I do almost anything haunt related. And Paul created this group called Haunters Against Hate. And it is a group of haunts that have said, this is a safe zone for people of all kinds. We will not tolerate hate. So they sign up and they say they're behind Paul, right? And they also do fundraisers for Paul. What Paul fundraises for, though, and he has books called Haunters Against Hate, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I think I'm on Volume 1. He sells these books and donates the money to LGBT youth groups, in specific homeless shelters. You know, as well as I do, that most LGBTQ kids do not go to homeless shelters because they're run by churches, and they don't feel welcome there. So we need LGBTQ plus homeless shelters for children who don't have any other place to go. Sad, but that's what he raises money for, and I'm 100% behind him. And I told him, like, this happens way too much. You said I could never skip your class. Stephen, yeah, I've been here the entire time, just never said anything. Oh, okay, Amber. I had him as well. Oh, Aaron, you had Mr. B, yeah. That's all I do on my lives, with sing musicals and Celine Dion and work. Earlier, I think it was earlier today, you were doing a live. You were binding a book. That's what I remember. You were binding a book, and I kind of like popped in. I had like 5 minutes, so I popped in and I was just watching you. And you were playing some music I didn't know. It was hip hop or something. I don't know. You were playing something I didn't know, and then all of a sudden, like, Led Zeppelin came on, and I was like, all right, I'm here for this. Let's stop. Winston's mom, the Orlando Pulse tragedy occurred, and hateful comments made about it in the haunt community. Yep, that's what sparked Haunters Against Hate. Absolutely. It was a haunt reviewer. It was a haunt reviewer that came out and said some really hateful things that I don't want to repeat. Basically that people who had died deserved it. That's what the haunt reviewer said. And so haunt attractions were like, you know what? You don't get to review our attraction now. You don't get to come on to our attraction. We don't want you here. And they basically banned this person, and this became a movement called Haunters Against Hate. So yeah, you're right, Winston. Exactly. We need more people like you and them. Well, thank you, Stephen. I wish the world would see that just loving people doesn't take anything from them. Just love people. You don't have to agree with everything. It's fine. It's fine. You do you, boo, right? Hey, Chad. Sarah Beth. Stephen, it was One Two Step by Sierra. Oh, okay. From 2005. I have no clue who Sierra is. I know a Sierra. I know a bunch of Sierras, but I don't know that Sierra. Lives where people work on their art. Yeah, that's my thing, is like, I think for my lives, that's what's going to be, is I'm just going to work on my art. All right. Fierce pride. Yes. Oh, well, it's almost time. So today, instead of pulling a tarot card for our weekly, I decided I'm going to pull a oracle card. Why an oracle? Because for some reason with oracle lately, I have been able to connect to spirit a lot better. The message from oracle comes across much clearer. Okay. I listed my pride cards as part of our deal, and somebody bought them. Yeah! I'm so excited. I'm very proud of you, Stephen. You guys don't understand. If you're not an artist, and you don't sell your artwork, like, It is so hard to put yourself out there, right? Especially when you put your stuff out on the shop and then it doesn't sell and you're like, see, I knew it was crap. I knew it was crap. Nobody wants to buy it. I knew it was crap. Like my Etsy store, I am constantly fighting with myself on taking things down. Should I not have listed stuff? Should I make something a different price? Like it's just a constant exercise in self-esteem awareness. That's what it is. Yes. If you guys have not checked out Steven's Etsy store, Steven, please put that in comments, your link, so that way people can look at it. Because he's got some cool stuff. Like scrying mirrors. Really cool stuff. All right. Oracle. Shield. We got a smoky quartz. Shield. I hear shields up. Shields up. Shields up. Shields up. Why are we shielding? What are we shielding from? Ourselves. Oh, snap. We're shielding from ourselves. Oh, snap. Okay. This is the message. We've been beating ourselves up a lot lately, haven't we, y'all? This message is not that we should shield ourselves and act like this doesn't happen, but we need to make sure that we are shielding ourselves from our own negative thoughts, shielding all those intrusive, ugly lies that we tell ourselves. That was a loud one. Ugly lies was the loud one. So yeah, you know, let's see. Thank you. Oh, yep. Witchy Friend Co. Witchy Friend Co. I love that when you was like, my witchy friends. Oh, and Stephen, thank you so much. The term originates from the word descry, meaning to catch sight of. Yeah. That got dark. Dark super fast, yes. Scotty shields are up, approved for lowering. She can't take much more, Captain. That's a horrible accent. That's horrible. Should never do that again, but we know I will. Oh, okay. So yeah, our shields. We need to shield ourselves. We need to make sure that we aren't telling ourselves lies. Stop it. Deflect those lies. You're not what you constantly say you are, right? I am good enough. Remember, I am not a plastic cup. I am not disposable. I have worth, right? That's what this is all about. So, all right, my lovelies. It is that time. Be happy. Be safe. Remember that I love you. All right. And I will see you guys again next week. Follow me on TikTok because I'm probably going to do a live tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. I get really weirded out about doing lives on TikTok. They scare me for some reason. I've done lives on YouTube and they don't bother me, but TikTok scares me. We focus on what others have done to us, but what have we done to ourselves? Stephen, there was something you just clicked something in my head, and there was something that I heard. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to try to remember it and just do a video on it and post it up here. But there was a specific line that you just triggered in my head, and I cannot remember it for some reason. I remember like the feeling of it. Does that happen to anybody else? I remember like the feeling of it, like going, ooh, that was a powerful line. But I can't remember the exact line. Anyways. Be happy. Be safe. Thank you. And Zarabeth and Lori, I love you both. I'm sending you strong, positive energy. All right. Healing energy. to your family. All right. I love you both. All right. Night, y'all. Have a good one.